Hi everybody,
Hello, everyone.
we're going to redo our introduction video that we stick on the front of our YouTube channel because we thought that we could introduce ourselves better than we did in that first video. So I'm Mango.
I'm Kvetka.
Yeah. And we're both long-term Fruitarians. We've got nearly 70 years experience between us. Kvetka.
Yeah, I'm 40 years almost,
Yeah,
39.
and for myself, I started my journey in the early 1990s. So we have a lot of experience behind us to talk about what we know, what we understand to be the truth. And we think that what we have to say is quite rare. You will not hear many people that are saying it. Of course, there are some great people out there that are speaking the truth. In fact, most people speak the truth as far as they understand it. We just feel that we have the truth as far as what a species-specific diet is for humans and how that relates to overall impact humans have on the planet Earth, and also that the impact that it has to our own individual healths. So that's what we're talking about in this
Yes.
channel.
Yeah, impact on environment as well, on everything really we can think of.
Yeah. The major reason that we decided to create this particular channel is to address all the questions that people have about fruitarianism and raw veganism and anything else really that's related to things that I bring up in my books, because I've written several books. They're all available to buy. I'll put a link in the description below. And anything that's in those books that you feel like you might want to ask a question about, feel free to do so in the comments of any video. We'll read the comments. We generally read them all. For some reason, YouTube doesn't actually notify us of every single comment. So there may be times when we don't see one, but if you persist and ask it again, we should see it. So if you ask a question that's related to our lifestyle or anything that I bring up in my books, we will do our best to answer that question. And that's really why we're here, to answer the questions. Occasionally we'll show you bits and pieces from our lifestyle, from our life, how we're living on the property that we're living, the fruit that we're growing, just basic things that are going on with us. We'll be showing some of that too, but predominantly it's here to answer questions that you may have. Just ask the questions and we'll do our best to answer.
Yes. We are here to share our experiences. So your questions will be answered mainly by examples of our own experiences or experiences of people we know and from their lives, from their experiences. So we are here because we believe we keep very important information which is still very unpopular and pushed aside as not being correct. And the fruitarian diet has a lot of names, but most people doesn't even know it exists. That's how it is rare. And if you feel like this is not fair on you, you should know. You should know the truth about the food you're eating. And therefore we are here, even it's a bit against our nature. At least I speak for myself. I don't like computers. I don't like anything made of plastic, anything with the wires. I don't like really electricity, petrol, and so on, but I'm using it because somehow I want to be part of some community of people in this world. And
I think this channel was very, very much Kvetka's idea. For me, I was reluctant to do it. She'd mentioned about starting it a few times before we actually did. So I don't think that I would have ever started this channel had it not been for Kvetka. She definitely pushed us both into starting it. And one thing that I want to make very, very clear in this video is that we do not give advice. We don't tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do. We speak of our own experience. We talk about things that we understand to be true. But what you decide is true is your choice. Obviously, you may reach to different conclusions to us, and that's totally your choice. So we don't give advice, don't do anything just because we've said it was true. We're all adults here, and what we think is true may not be what you think is true. So you just make your own mind up. If you feel like you need advice from somebody who gives advice, then go and see a doctor or go and see somebody who's got letters after their name. We don't have letters after our name. We're simple folk. We're just really here to tell you what we know from our experiences, and we leave the rest up to you. What you do with it is your choice.
Yes, your choice. Yes, we're not here to advise you what to eat, how much, nothing like that.
No.
We may share with you there and then what we eat in a day, but that won't indicate for you to copy that. You copy yourself, we encourage people to listen to their body more than people from outside.
Yeah.
Because your body is yours. Some people, they get hungry 4 o'clock in the morning. Some people get hungry 12 o'clock afternoon. That's what you listen. You listen to your body.
That's right. And those same people in a year's time could be getting hungry at completely different times. So yeah, we don't, as far as food goes, we don't try and tell you, as Kvetka has just said, when and what you should eat. We're just here to tell you that you're a frugivore, and it's up to you what you choose to eat as far as fruit goes. In fact, it's up to you to choose whether or not you believe that we're frugivore.
That's right. We come to tell you the truth. You don't know. And most of people don't know.
Yeah.
And when they hear of it, it sounds so far-fetched, so different from what they're doing, what's an average normal in today's world, that our idea to them, our practice, it's
alien.
Totally alien. Many times from people I heard, are you crazy? Are you for real?
Yeah. And one other thing before we round off, and of course, Kvetka may have something she wants to say before we round off too, but I would like to answer the question of how old we are, because people ask us often, how old are the two of us? I was born in 1961.
I was born in year 1957. I'm going to be 68 in 2 months or something like that. I don't feel the age.
Yeah.
I don't.
So anyway, as this channel is all about answering questions, please write any questions you have in the comment section on this video or any other video, and as I said earlier, we will get to answering them as and when we can. Yeah. And thank you for joining us all here.
I only hope some of you will get inspired and try and see for themselves what we're talking about. That's all.
So, goodbye from me.
And so goodbye from me, and we wish you all best. And the most important, regardless of anything, is love. So I ask you, please cultivate love in your heart, because that is the biggest treasure you can gain in this world. Till next time, take care.